I'm a site-specific artist that works in buildings that are normally empty or landscapes, creating installations or performances. And my aim is to sort of always acknowledge the spaces and bring them back to life before they change, or get people to look at them in a new way.
The Missing Passenger is a brand new exhibition trail. First of all, where is it located?
It's at the National Railway Museum in York. It's quite a difficult thing to actually define because I think it's very unusual. It's what we call a site-specific exhibition trail. What that means is that a visitor will be able to go on a route that's marked out on the back of their booklet they receive, which tells them where to go. And it's very specific to two platforms in the museum, platform 5 and platform 6 in the station hall, on which there's two trains from the 1930s, which are very beautiful. And inside you can see installations and clues and photographs. And there is two carriages that you can actually go into. But the reason why it's an exhibition is there's no actual people involved in the exhibition trail. There's no live performers that you can interact with.
You follow the trail yourself in your own time?
Yes, we reckon it takes about 40 minutes. And what the trail does is it gives you a series of clues that you can actually discover in your own way about who you think is the murderer of Edward Roby.
What did you find most challenging about creating The Missing Passenger?
Well, we had to create a story, a narrative, that people would actually engage with. For me, that was the most important thing. And as there weren't going to be any performers in it, it was very important to me that a visitor actually did feel some attachment to characters and suspects. So what we did was, although there aren't any live performers, we had a photo shoot with volunteers from the museum and other areas of York dressed up in costumes from the 1930s. And we created clues like film stills that are embedded in the carriage windows so that people can actually identify with the characters that they're reading about.
And what did you find most enjoyable about creating The Missing Passenger?
I love the National Railway Museum. It's a most brilliant space. It's somewhere that's so evocative about journeys, and it's a really beautiful museum. I mean, they don't just have trains there, which are really stunning, but they also have what's called the warehouse. There's hundreds of objects that are from the past and the present, and hopefully the future, to do with railways, so you can really get involved in what you see.
And I was going to ask you, Geraldine, why do you think we have such an enduring fascination with solving murder mysteries and whodunits?
I think that in these troubled times that we live in, we like to know that there is actually a resolution to something, and that we are in charge of actually thinking about what is happening, what the problems are, and we come up with actually a decision that we've made about who did it. And I think it leaves us in control of what's going on in our lives.
So it runs till September the 3rd. Is it suitable for all ages?
Yes, I mean, it's not made for children. That's very important. It's not a trail specifically for children. But I don't think, personally, that there's any problem about a child seeing it at all. I mean, with the videos they see and the books they read, and you think of Bambi and the death of Bambi, I don't think there's anything wrong with a child actually discovering who the murderer was in a crime mystery. So I think it's very suitable for children.
Do you have any projects in the pipeline?
Yes, I've got a couple of projects which I'm very excited about. One is I've been commissioned by Battersea Arts Centre to stay in they have rooms, site-specific rooms in their art centre, and they've invited artists to come and stay the night in the room and actually talk to camera about what keeps them awake at night. So you're actually using the camera as a confidant, and I'm really excited about that. So that's what's next for me.
If someone's thinking about coming to take part in The Missing Passenger, what would you say to them?
I say definitely go. It's a really enjoyable experience. You actually get to see the insides of the trains from the platform in a way that maybe you haven't been able to do before. So even if you've been to the museum before, it's worth coming again. We've also built a waiting room in the goods yard so you can actually end your trail with your booklet sitting on beautiful green leather railway benches in a 1930s waiting room environment, actually deciding who it is that you think killed Edward Roby, the 1930s theatre agent.